Hi folks, thanks for joining us on this video. If you're new here, I'm Willie.
And I'm Sarah.
We're a musician and artist, and at the end of last year we moved to a nearly 200-year-old cottage on the Isle of Skye in the Scottish Highlands with our dog, Jack Spaniels.
This week we go on a woodland foraging mission to check out a potential new mushroom spot.
But instead of the fungi we expected to find, we made a surprising discovery.
Plus, I'm excited to show you the very first painting from my newly renovated studio.
Also, we reveal one of our favourite gastronomic secrets with the mushrooms that we foraged from the new location.
Join us as we continue.
Living the Skye Life.
Well, true to Skye form, it was sunny when we left the house, and it's going to be sunny later on according to the forecast. And now it's peeing down with rain.
Yeah!
So-
That's why we've got waterproof clothes.
So we're going for a walk. We're going to look for some mushrooms. We'll see how it goes. Someone's going to enjoy it though. Hey monkey! Fortunately it's quite sheltered under the trees, so there's not as much rain here. There's lots of mushrooms though.
Everywhere I look, there's just mushrooms absolutely everywhere. It's really lovely, but they're not mushrooms that you can eat, unfortunately. The very pretty red ones especially. It's nice to see so many mushrooms. I wonder if there's going to be other flushes of different types later in the season, because it's still really early autumn just. In fact, it's just the very start of autumn. Let's have a look at these mushrooms anyway. I had to do a double check on these ones because I thought they were oysters, pale oysters. But they're not, they're actually angel wings. They're the biggest ones I've ever seen anywhere. Lovely to look at, and I'm sure they're lovely to see on a screen as well.
We're going in search of a particular kind of mushroom today. Obviously any of the edible ones that we like to find would be nice, but Willie's favourite is the hedgehog mushroom. We mentioned it in a video a few weeks ago, and I think I found a patch of them on this woodland walk, but they weren't big enough for me to tell for sure, so we're going to go back and see if there's any hedgehog mushrooms.
What's this? Look, this looks interesting.
Jack,
Bit, mister.
if it's interesting, Jack will stand on it.
I've got a feeling this could be good. I think it's a hedgehog mushroom, but I'm not sure.
Well, is this what we're looking for?
Yeah, if it is, I'll be very happy. That's if Jack doesn't stand on it. Yep.
Hey!
That's my first of the year, first of the season. You can see the little spines here. That's what makes it
So this is what we're looking for. This is your favourite?
Yeah, this is my favourite. You get them in a sort of white buff colour, but you get them like this as well. I think this is the slightly rarer terracotta version, but you can eat them all and they're absolutely delicious. So I'm very excited about this.
And I think I found a couple of patches further on.
Well, in that case,
So,
what are we stopping here for? Let's get on it.
Oh, you're so handsome, Jack. Look at all that slobber on your face. This is my mushroom knife. It's not yours, Jack. And we know it's mine because it has my nickname on it.
What does balloons mean?
It means excellent sleeper.
Bagging up on the first of my hedgehogs of the season. I just came up from the path because I saw what I thought was a chanterelle, and I think that is. Although I'm in the dark forest, but I'm pretty sure that's a chanterelle. Sarah's going over there to get the ones that I spotted from the path.
This would make me very happy because hedgehogs are your favourite mushrooms and chants are mine, as long as Jack doesn't trample on them all.
You probably will. Oh, there's one there as well.
Oh, I thought these were the ones you were talking about.
No, I can't see them from up here. Oh, there's some at your feet as well then. Sarah's found them, the ones that I wanted to get, but I couldn't get up this banking. It's just like a sheer cliff. Bet Jack can though, watch this. Go on then. He's on his way. Helping mum. Sarah's got them. Yeah, that's the ones. Well done. Jack, what's this? What's this? It's a bogus call. But you get a little tickle. Yeah, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. So that means we get chanterelles here too then.
Apparently so.
Result.
Both of our favourites.
Indeed.
Hi folks! I'm coming to you today from Skye Life Studios, which, as you may know, we converted from our 200-year-old stone outbuilding into bespoke studio spaces for both myself and Willie to work in. The main reason for me to have a studio was that I needed somewhere to do my painting, and it feels like I haven't done a lot of that this year because there's been so much going on. We did the move, and then I was painting in the spare room, and then we had about 4 months where we were just solidly working on the buyer, and since then it's just been crazy hectic over the summer. So I feel like I've not done as much painting as I'd wanted to this year, and it's definitely time to start getting back into it. And I'm going to show you today the first thing that I've painted in the new studio space. If you remember, back in May, we travelled to the north coast of Scotland. We went right up to the northernmost part of mainland Britain, and up there we found this beautiful orchid, and I took some photos, and I said at the time like I'd really love to paint it, but we were right in the middle of all the buyer work at that point, so I didn't have a chance to start it. But I have done it now. It is finished. I'm very excited to show you it. So I'm going to show you the whole painting process. The reason I wanted to start with that one is that on my other channel, She Walks, She Paints, I did do a painting of a wild orchid last year, and I kind of wanted to do it just to see how far I've come. I wasn't quite 100% happy with the orchid that I painted last year. I wanted to start with that and see if I could improve on it, and I'm really happy with how it turned out, but you'll just have to watch and let me know what you think. I start every painting by sketching out the subject in light pencil from a photo on my laptop. I then fill in the pencil lines with a wash of paint in the lightest possible colour for that section. With watercolour, it's easy to add more pigment, but very difficult to take it away, so I build up my paintings gradually in thin layers. The leaves were the part I struggled with most the last time I painted an orchid, so I was determined to improve them this time. I like starting to add shadows in, as you can start to see it turning from a two-dimensional piece of paper to a three-dimensional object. I hope you're enjoying the painting that I'm showing you of the wild orchid from the far north of Scotland. As you may see behind me, I'm having a little bit of a shift around in my studio. I'm halfway through the painting at the moment. I'm finding when I'm filming it that I'm getting a kind of strobe effect. I don't know if you're getting that, but when it's on time lapse, because I'm sort of blocking a bit of the light, it means I'm causing shadow over the page, and it's kind of annoying me and it's not very nice visually. So from a filming point of view, I've had to switch my desk around just to get the best light from the door and also from the LED panel above. Willie joked it kind of looks like I'm his secretary because that's the way the desk is facing. So he's going to make some jokes about that, I'm sure. I'm trying to figure it out so I can obviously get the best light for painting for myself, but also to film it and show you guys, because I know a lot of you like watching how I paint. Yeah, that's what I'm working on at the moment. Let's have a little look. So before, my desk was flat against that wall and I had my back to the door. I was hoping I would just get a kind of nice diffused light reflecting off the walls, but it didn't work and I was just getting shadows across the page. So I've switched my desk around to this way and hopefully this will help. I just need to to then figure out what I'm doing with the layout. You can see what Willie means. I look like his secretary. I quite like this setup because it means I can just sit and look straight out the door when I'm having a little break and look at the beautiful view. That is a plus. It might be a bit distracting though. You'll see how I get on.
I've spotted a whole lot of yellow mushrooms and Jack spotted them too, I think, so he's going to destroy them if we're not careful. Sarah's on her way over to get them. Jeopardy. This is real-time Jeopardy. Will Jack destroy them first? Jack? No! Oh, goodness gracious. Get them first, Sarah. Jack! Over here to the right. You see them?
Yeah, I see loads.
Oh, there's loads down there. Oh, amazing. Right, I might have to get down there and stop the dog from trampling them. Wish me luck, folks.
This is amazing. All those bits of yellow are chanterelles. And all of those bits. And all of those bits. These are my favourite mushroom. I'm so excited. We're only going to take the good sized ones. That one maybe, but these ones are too small, so we'll leave those to grow bigger or for someone else to forage. Hey pups, isn't that right? Only take what we need.
When I saw those first chanterelles coming down the hill, we crossed the path and went down the other side, and that's because the spores fall down obviously with gravity. So I knew there would be maybe one or two, but actually there's quite a lot. Sarah's already picking them up. I'm coming down because I just can't resist it. I'm still quite tired from COVID, but I'm a lot better. So let's go and have a look. Can't resist it. Here we see a forager in her element. We got some nice shants. That's supper sorted then.
Oh yeah.
And if you look up the bank there as well, there's some more. Jack stands on them. We can't seem to train that out of him. He just gets too excited. He thinks everything's a game when you're down at his level.
This knife is not a game.
It's definitely not a game. There's more down here as well.
Good boy.
We'll just take what we need today and then
That way.
hopefully we'll be able to come back a few times in the season, eh?
Uh-huh.
Happy?
Very happy.
Good, me too. I picked a couple there. Sarah's getting the majority. I'm on camera duty.
We only brought one bag.
Yeah.
We didn't actually think we'd find this many.
No, well, we didn't actually think we'd find any chanterelles at all.
No.
We were actually looking for hedgehogs because Sarah found one the last time she was out.
But we're going to leave these little ones. Hopefully they'll grow a bit bigger and grow some more as well. Yes, Jack. Little glimpse of yellow. Got to investigate now. This is amazing. I love chanterelles so much. Gorgeous mushrooms. Wet and windless today. Lots of midges in the woods. We always clean them as much as possible while we're out, otherwise all the dirt gets ingrained in them and it's so hard to clean later. So good. That one's an absolute monster. Wow. They're a bit soggy because it has been raining a lot, but you just refrigerate them for a day or so and they dry up nicely and then you can just fry them off. Beautiful. We've got some blue sky and we've got lots of sunny yellow mushrooms. Pretty much as big as my head right now, and we've not even got to the hedgehog spot yet. Okay, we're nearing the spot where I think I found hedgehog mushrooms. I just found a teeny tiny one, but we're hoping for some bigger ones than that. Fingers crossed. What have you got?
I've got what I think is a charcoal burner in here. There's a few of them, but they've all been pretty bad condition. The way you tell it's a charcoal burner is if the gills underneath are rubbery and waxy. I really love these mushrooms. It's so beautiful. Look at the white underneath and then the blues and the purples and greens on the top, and they're very brittle, hence Russula brittle gill family. That's what they look like when you break them off. I've found quite a few of these today, but I haven't found any in that nice condition. Have you tried these yet, charcoal burners, Sarah?
No.
Right.
I didn't know they were edible.
Yeah, they're edible.
I won't say they're the most appealing, like, eating wise. They're very beautiful. Wow.
They're really pretty and they're really tasty, so we'll take these home, we'll cook them separately to the other mushrooms. Sarah's not tried them. I really rate these mushrooms. Got quite a few as well.
Well, found some hedgehogs. I think this is the patch I was thinking of. Yes, Jack, thank you. But they're still just too small. They're just little buttons. So we'll come back in a few days and hopefully get some of them. Hey, monkey. Willie just called me over to look at these, which are purple mushrooms. called Amethyst Deceivers.
Mm-hmm.
They're absolutely beautiful.
They're really beautiful, like purple
They're
colour.
gorgeous. They're really delicate. And they're such a deep purple when the light shines through them, especially.
What about the smoke on the water? Deep purple?
Mm-hmm, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently they are edible, but just not very tasty.
No,
So
but they
we
stay
don't.
that colour though. They don't lose their colour. Some mushrooms lose their colour, Jack. Jack was just thinking this, that's what he's telling us.
Yeah.
So some mushrooms lose their colour, Jack, that's right. But some of them keep their colour, and the ones that keep their colour are these ones.
Yeah.
Purple Amethyst Deceivers.
And chanterelles. They
The
keep the colour.
chanterelles do as well. This is a puffball, or it may be a pestle puffball actually, because it's quite a long stem. I don't know if that's just because it's deep in the forest floor. They've got such a cool texture on top. You can't actually eat them, you can peel them. But the consistency is that of soft marshmallow, and the flavour is of strong mushroom, which is just weird. So I don't eat them, I'll just put it back. You don't damage the organism which is under the ground by picking a mushroom at all. It's perfectly unharmed, but by leaving this here, I will drop a few more spores, so it could help the population of this particular kind of mushroom around here to leave it. So there we go. This is a puffball, same as the other one, but this one's a bit further on. You can see there's a hole on the top, so it's already started making spores. If I squeeze that, usually they'll puff out a little bit of spore. Let's have a look. Hey, didn't let me down, look at that. Woodland theatrics. Let's do another one, it's fun. Hey.
Well, we didn't find that many hedgehogs, which is the mushrooms we were looking for. They are here, but they just haven't grown big enough yet. But I'd say that's a pretty good haul.
That'll keep us going for a few days, and then anything we don't have right now we'll dry or we'll cook and preserve. I am very tired now.
Yeah.
So we're going to go back now and I'll unwind for a bit before we decide to cook them, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Successful foray.
Did you have nice walkies, puppy dog? Time to go home and check you for ticks. Mm-hmm. Come on, let's go. In the car. I'd been avoiding doing the leaves as I was worried about getting them wrong, and I was so focused on getting the tiny flower petals done. However, I knew I just needed to go for it, or I'd never get the painting finished. I usually paint in 1 to 2 hour sessions, otherwise I start to get a sore neck and I lose focus and start making mistakes. This was the bit I was looking forward to most, painting the tiny spots in the orchid petals. It's delicate but very satisfying to do. The most important part of this painting was the spots on the leaves, which are what set this orchid apart from other types in the UK and give it its name. I had to be really careful adding in the final shadows on the leaves, as the dark purple colour of the spots could bleed and ruin the effect. enjoyed this segment, you can head across to my other channel, She Walks, She Paints, to see more of my paintings from last year. The link to that and my Etsy store are in the video description below.
It's the next day and we're going to cook mushrooms now. We left them overnight on newspaper because they were quite wet because it was raining. So we're going to do jobs each. I'm going to make the sauce.
And prep the mushrooms.
And I've got to prep the mushrooms first as well.
Always a fun job. And I'm going to do the pork loin steak. So we're going to do a type of schnitzel, I guess, with some extra special breadcrumbs.
Oh yeah, the breadcrumbs. Should we just make it and show them?
Yeah.
Let's just make it and show them. First up, I cleaned away any of the forest that we'd accidentally brought back with us and removed any mushy parts we didn't want to eat. Then I sliced the mushrooms ready to be fried. Next, into a hot pan with some oil to cook away the majority of the water and get them evenly golden brown. Meanwhile, Sarah prepared her special breadcrumbs, which is just normal breadcrumbs but mixed with ground, dried wild mushrooms from last year's haul. Then she beat some eggs, put some flour in a bowl, tenderised the pork loin steaks and dipped them first in flour, then in beaten egg and finally into the mushroomy breadcrumbs. There they are, ready to be cooked.
Right, so that is the pork prepped, that's the mushrooms prepped and cooked off. Now Willie's going to get on with the sauce and I'm going to make some mashed potato! I wasn't going to show you how to make mashed potato, but apparently we're going to.
No, we're not making mashed potatoes the other way, we're making riced potatoes.
This is Willie's favourite way of doing mashed potatoes and we'll show you what happens.
They're very nice and very rice. Sarah set about peeling and chopping the potatoes. Meanwhile, I peeled the garlic and reduced it to a paste with the edge of my knife and some salt. Then I peeled and finely chopped some shallots.
Okay, the shallots and the garlic are now softening in butter.
Correct.
I believe. The potatoes are on the boil. What's going in the sauce next?
So I'm just waiting for those shallots and garlic to soften down a little bit further, and then I'm going to put the mushrooms back in the pan, and then I'm going to put in some thyme. Unfortunately, we couldn't get any fresh thyme. They were all out of thyme.
There was no time.
No time at all. And then I'm going to put in some Napoleon brandy, and then I'm going to light it up for a little flambe, and then double cream, reduce it down by about a quarter, and then it's ready. That's the sauce ready anyway.
The schnitzels are ready to go whenever. We're going to try them in the air fryer, I think for the first time. We are having mushrooms two ways in this meal because the breadcrumbs are mixed with ground up cep mushrooms that we foraged last year when there was a huge glut. In the first video!
In the first video, it's the ones from the first video, and then we dehydrated them, also I think in the first video, and then now we're using them, and it's 8 months later?
That's crazy. So right back at the start of our Skye Life journey, when we didn't know we'd had this cottage, we put in an offer on a house in Uig and didn't get it, and we were feeling really despondent, and he went out and got loads of mushrooms.
Yeah.
God, that feels like a lifetime ago.
So these are all nice and soft now, so I'm going to put the mushrooms back in. There we go. And now we need a little bit of thyme. Now I know you probably think that's too much, and you're probably wrong. And the reason is because it's dried, so it's lost a lot of flavour. I missed the Worcester sauce. I missed the Worcester sauce, folks. Sorry for that.
Secret ingredient. How do you say it?
Is it Worcester? Is it Worcestershire?
Worcestershire sauce, isn't it?
Worcestershire? Worcester?
It's spelt Worcestershire for our American friends.
This is the highest quality plastic bottle of brandy. Flamage. Burn off the alcohol. You just get the flavour.
Can you tell I genuinely wasn't expecting there to be that much flame? It's okay, Jack. Flames are all gone now. Mummy's fine. Willie has taken over on the potatoes because he knows how to do it.
You want a healthy amount of butter, which is none, but we're actually going to work with about that much. A little bit of milk as well. Should be fine. salt as well. When you rice potatoes, you should probably use tongs, but I use my fingers. About 3. And then this is cool. If you probably know how to do this anyway out there, folks, but I just think this is fun. So it looks like little wiggly worms coming out. Ooh.
Appetizing.
Yeah, it's basically like a massive garlic press. It is much better mashed, much smoother.
It's definitely much smoother than when I do it, because I get bored halfway through mashing and just leave it with rustic lumps.
Yeah, rustic mash. Potatoes are red hot, but you know, if you can survive COVID, you can survive a couple of potatoes in your fingers. That is so satisfying. I don't know if that's coming over on camera there, folks, but that is really satisfying to do. I added the double cream and allowed it to cook out a bit. Meanwhile, Sarah air-fried the schnitzel. Then we served the schnitzel on a bed of mashed potatoes, topped with the creamy mushrooms.
Look who's woken up. Now it's time to plate up, huh?
Oh yeah. Here's the sauce.
That was really yummy.
It was really beautiful, wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
very, very, very rich. But then, I mean, you want these things to be, it was their treat. It was something you wouldn't eat every day, certainly.
Yeah.
But my God, it was tasty. I think if I was going to do it again, I'd probably cook the cream slightly less. I thought it was a little bit thick. Aside from that, it was absolutely beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah, and some fresh thyme.
Yeah, I said that as well. The fresh thyme would have made a big difference, but we don't have any. But we are going to grow some next year, so that's going to be fun. This year's been all about building. Next year we can make a garden as well. Grow, yeah.
That was really, really nice, and that's my favourite type of mushroom, the chanterelles, so that was really nice to have foraged from the Isle of Skye. First one's this year, and we started off well.
Hope you enjoyed watching it.
As usual, folks, thank you so much for watching our video. We really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please do leave us a like, a comment, or subscribe to our channel if you don't already. It's free to do, and it helps our channel to grow.
Absolutely. Good on you if you're already subscribed as well. If you wish to support the channel further, you can buy us a coffee over on Ko-fi, or you can buy Jack a little dog treat, can you? Ooh, and he likes them too.
Oh!
That's it, he's off to get a treat. Are you coming back?
You're coming back, pups! If you want to support us more long term, you can become one of our amazing patrons over on Patreon, where you get a lot of extra content for helping us out every month. And the Q&A with the infamous Willie Scott is coming up very soon.
We've filmed the Q&A with me. It took over an hour, what was it, an hour and 10 minutes or something? So we've got to edit that down. It's going to take a little while, but we'll get there.
If you liked my painting from this week's video, prints are available on my Etsy store, and the link to that page and all of our pages are in the video description. Hello!
That doesn't even get down. Thanks again for watching our video, and we will see you next week. Yep. You know it, right? Maybe I'll just do a plain one next time. We're leaving our suburban life, moving over the sea to Skye. Are we chasing a dream? I guess in time we will see, when we're living the Skye life. Living the Skye life. This is a good position for tickling.
No.
Sorry. Every time I try and film mushrooms, Jack Spaniels likes to get involved. Oh, hi Jack. This is what happens, unfortunately. Jack gets a bit excited. Don't you, pups? Hi, folks! I know he's dropped his stick. Nightmare. Put it here and see if it'll stay. Right.
Haha.
3, 2. Hi, folks! What's your cup? That's got to be in the bloopers.
If we had to give you one foraging tip, it would be don't bring a spaniel with you. I know. Because all he wants to do is play, and he's very good at standing on the mushrooms you're trying to pick.
I'm just going to start calling it Willie sauce. There we go, easier. So you put in your Willie sauce.
No one wants Willie sauce. Jack, I know there's more up there. You don't have to tell me.
Jack's now jumping up at the... I put the stick up here, and now Jack's jumping up at the tripod to get it, see? It was there. He's down there and he wants a stick. There you go. Right, just do another one. 3, 2... Hi, folks! I didn't even see you, you monster! Oh man, this is like the longest blooper reel ever.
Hey Hey little one. There's nothing for you here tonight, I'm sorry. Doggies don't get mushrooms.
Alright, he's flying back up. Okay.
Right,
God, Jack,
right,
calm
right.
down. You're going to stand on my bits. I'm just checking on my...
Just gonna check on his shallots. Wow.
Show what a responsibility it is.
Oh dear. 3, 2,
high fox!
What is his problem?
I don't know. Oh, he's back. He's back. Jump up. Oh, don't jump on my bits. He keeps putting his paw right in my... Jack, calm down, dude.
Oh my god.
Right.
Right.
This time.
Can we do it really calmly?
Jack, we're meant to be professionals. Click here to subscribe to live in the Skye Life.
Click here to go back to the start of our adventures with our very first episode.